Yeah, you a vulture. You eat snakes and all of that,
But
and
that's
we
the
get it,
thing.
man. You don't have to do that anymore.
But that's the thing. I also feel like it's to a point where they did a little bit too much stuff.
Yeah, sometimes it's way past.
It's way past where we can go ahead and be diplomatic about this. And
Yeah,
some stuff been already shed on the flow
yeah,
and been on the
and
flow for
and,
quite
and
some
you know what's so
time.
funny that you said that? I was talking to some of the dudes that they're actually into it with other factions of Broward County. I was talking to some of them, and they was like, if somebody did something to your brother, your actual blood brother, and you know they did it." How can you just see them and just be like, you know what? Don't do that again. Don't do it anymore. Or else we're gonna have a problem with you. Nah, it's bigger than that, Like you it's fine and dandy for y'all to say y'all cut it out. But once it's done and the doors are open, we stepping through the door. Like, I don't understand what you telling you. Think about what you telling us to do. If somebody did something to your mom, somebody did something to you, because people mothers have been touched.
Mamas and daddies been touching. They had nothing to do with it. Like this, two dudes going out. They going at each other. Like that's what happened with them boys in Daniel.
Yeah. Psycho Bob.
And what's his name on the HMT? Sorry, I
Yeah,
forgot. His,
Trey.
yeah. So like, it's really like
I understand, but at some
this
point, Keem, I'm like, listen, we in Broward.
but that's the hardest. That's gonna be the hardest
Something
thing,
happened just the other day over there in North Lauderdale.
bro.
Like literally, within a week of us having this conversation, something happened in North Lauderdale, and I'm not gonna speak on it because I'm sure there's open cases and all this stuff that these guys are going through. I don't even want to really mention it, really, but
Gotta find a way. But like I say, with how the mind frame and how so much has been on the floor, it's hard. It has to be done, but still,
shout out Browardology. He changed. I don't know why he changed his name from what he had before, but he changed his name to Browardology on YouTube, and he been following these boys and all the stuff that's been going on with uh with these guys in Broward County. But Keem, man, I'm so happy that you're not a part of that stuff. You don't have anything to do with that. You're a little bit older now, actually, and I think a lot of this stuff stems from things that happen in school.
yeah. But that's usually what happens. It went from usual regular school beef, fist fighting. Now these boys really out here with it, and before they even graduated, got some money, stuff like that out here in the
Got
street.
bread.
You feel me? Now,
Bread to start a business, bread to go open any
but
kind of, you know what I mean?
but they
The
ain't got that,
mentality,
they ain't got it put in there.
right?
They ain't getting fed in their head. So what's one of the first things?
Bread to move away. Go live in Tennessee, bro. Like, get the hell out of Broward, bro. Go
Bro.
to Idaho. Go wherever. Just leave. Get your family. Get the money. Go buy a small place. A little. You could buy acres somewhere. Y'all got bread, bro. Y'all youngsters, man. Y'all boys making
Well,
money.
baby, to the last days of me. That's how a lot of them be feeling.
Yeah.
Like they can't leave. Like you do all this, count it up, and then like you feel like you can't leave. This is where people everywhere else is trying to come to, if not Cali or New York
Yeah.
or the other.
It is paradise here, though. I get that.
And
I
like,
mean, 90% of the year is
come on,
tropical, hot, and beautiful. Girls walking around topless. You know what I mean? Pretty much. When I say topless, I mean,
yeah.
scantily clad.
We seen the fashion scene what
Yeah.
they wear to be comfortable out here. Like yeah.
Spring break right over here, and I know they about to be real active out there. Like, it's not easy for these guys to go to leave here like that, but
Yeah, but it has to be done if they really do want to make the change. But like, and that be the thing, because like if you young and you got a whole lot of bread in motion where you can go ahead and move yourself out of here, that's a lot because you so used to fast. Like you're a city boy for it, like you used to that fast city life.
right.
You try to go somewhere like, let's say for instance Valdosta, Georgia, or somewhere like somewhere in the country.
Valdosta in the country.
You feel me? Like that's gonna be nerve wracking. That's like being used. That's like mainly being used to being on a turnpike in 95 all the time because of your commute to work. And now all of a sudden you just like in a residential, like 25, 35. The way how everything's timing is different. You go used to slide at 65 and plus. Now you doing 25, 35 now usually.
You ever been in big trouble, little bro? Like big trouble, like police trouble. Like this gonna change my life. I'm a fucked up right now.
I won't say fully, but I had guns drawn on me. Yeah, it was a whole entire situation filled with lies and stuff like that.
So you was telling me about a situation because you from Parkway. No, Parkway.
Hmm.
You from Parkway? Yeah, and that one time that y'all was chilling, and y'all heard like at least maybe an AK or whatever it was just being let
Chop,
off. Yeah,
straight chop.
and just rounds after rounds after rounds. What you do? What you do there? Because I was just saying earlier that Americans have it good, and imagine seeing a missile come through while you in the line at Starbucks. But some of you guys actually live in areas where it's a war zone. It's actually a war zone. There's PTSD and all kind of
It
things that
is.
attributed to where you grew up. So
Yeah.
Parkway is one of the hotbeds of Fort Lauderdale, Broward
Mhm.
County, and you said you went through an experience there.
Yeah. It's but with that was just someone firing off. We did have
It
situations
wasn't
though.
at you guys.
Yeah, it was someone firing off, but it wasn't around us. We heard that thing. But up in Parkway, where you want to get down to the nitty gritty of that, like that, or at least from my experience, from where I was really close to really being involved in anything like that nature was during the Melrose Parkway Wars. That's when I was really like teenager jit
Were you in
days.
school? What school did you go to?
At that time, I was like,
High school,
yeah, I was in like 10th grade, Stranahan.
Stranahan. And what school did those other guys go to?
It was
Melrose guys. It depends.
it
What
was
part of Melrose you're in?
it no, we wasn't in Melrose, so we was at Parkway. We was at St. George, right not too far from my house.
Okay.
And it was me and my dog Jamal, and we was playing with some of the other kids playing basketball. And while we was out there, car drove up with some just from Melrose talking about how, boy, y'all still over here, talking all that, talking
Right.
whatever, and say y'all still over here, we gonna shoot it up, all that stuff. This old stuff. Like that's like been the type of stuff we got into because it was just about where you stayed. It wasn't about who you clicked up. It was about where you stayed. So if you was just a jet from Parkway and you was from Parkway, they could have got you.
Right. Right. So a lot of things in Broward right now, even till this day, because that was a little while ago where since you've been removed from high school, even till right now, it's still the same
Same.
thing. It's about where you stay.
The game don't change nothing but the back of the name of the jersey.
That's crazy.
The game really don't change. Like the same like it'll change with how the times is in a sense, but it just adapts to the times. The format of the game is still the same.
So we didn't have a lot of gun violence. We had gun violence, but it wasn't a lot like you guys. Because
Hmm.
coming up, I don't know if you ever heard of Shower Posse,
Oh.
um, um, and Zopal and these things. They were just literally forming
Hmm.
when I was an adolescent in South Florida.
Hmm.
People that had ties to some of these organizations, but it wasn't so much gun violence as it is like today. Today is pretty bad, and I just wish that the guys that are into it they could like talk it out or try to put a ceasefire or I don't even know what to call what they have going on, y'all. Like you know what I mean? But like you said, a lot once blood is shed, it's kind of hard for you to say, okay, I'm gonna be the one to turn the other cheek.
Yeah, cause
I'm gonna
it's,
be the
it's
one not
certain
to.
people. Because it be like certain people that have certain non-negotiables, and some of that will be their number one ironclad. Don't like that's one of my number one ironclad. How I can stay out of BS.
Yeah, it takes growth and maturity too, as well.
It
Like
ta-
at some
it.
point, y'all got to grow up and understand.
It
All
takes a
right, they
lot.
killed them. They killed my bro. They killed my cuz. They killed my auntie. But if I kill their sister, I kill their mom, or I kill their dad, it's just never gonna end. Who's gonna be the one that's just stop? And then on top of that, when we do stop, who's to say that they're gonna stop? It's just. I get it, but somebody
That's
has to.
stop. Someone has to go ahead and put the right foot forward. But it's also different ways of killing. It's not just of the physical.
Absolutely.
And and that's where also things lie. Cause a lot of people be thinking stuff dead. If I know what your expertise is, I'll make all that hell. I'll
Right.
make your dream and what you love to do and what you have a passion for your
Yeah.
life. Now you
Locking it down. They
living.
do it in the music industry. They
Yeah,
do it in all kinds of
these
industries.
industries right
Like,
now.
oh no, well you can't use my dump trucks. No,
Hmm.
you can't. No, you can't
Oh,
open a business over here on this side of town.
yeah.
I mean, there's other ways to go ahead and kill the enemy besides physically killing them.
Hmm.
Like, you guys figure it out, man. Y'all figure this thing out and
That's the
figure it
main
out
thing.
sooner than ASAP because
There's a lot of people who do that method, but the problem is, like we say, with a lot of people just not being instilled, and by the time they get instilled type of knowledge of that, they be, I won't say too far gone, but they be so dead set. You have to really stay on them for that change to happen. Trust, because it's just some I've seen the dude. I'm hoping for him for the best because he's locked up right now. I've
uh-huh.
seen it in his eyes,
A buddy
bro,
of yours? Yeah.
and he's told me like, brother,
When I get out?
like no, he was like, brother, I don't care, like, bro, like I was
Yeah.
like, it was about something serious. He said like, bro, he looked dead at me. I was like, I don't care. I looked in his eyes, bro. There
And
was
saw nothing. Yeah, emptiness. Yeah, there's a lot of demons. There's a lot of souls that are lost, and there's a lot of people that
it going
it's kind of they gotta lean on God, and they gotta try to come back. But I'm not gonna be the one to judge or to say, hey, all I could do is offer advice on this platform, and let them know like there's other
exactly.
means. And with that being said, Keem, man, I wanna ask you, what lesson have you learned in life that you would like to leave with the viewers today? Because you got a solid head on your shoulders, and you seem like you have your future like mapped out. So, what
Wow.
lesson would you like to leave with people that are younger than you and the steps you already walked, and you don't want them to walk in the same steps and fall into the same holes? So, what would you leave? What lessons you learned?
Short, sweet. It might sound cliche, but you truly are the author of your life. And what I mean by that, your actions, not what happens, not the events in your life, your actions towards certain events in your life, y'all is gonna be the reason y'all win. Because it's about what you do after things happen. When
The
the
way you
shit,
react.
yeah, when shit hits the fan, what are you doing? Like you said, if we had Chick-fil-A and a bomb just goes off next door, what are you doing? Like it's fight or flight. But it's also about how you fight and also how you leave, how you flee.
I love that.
That's the main thing because like we have people who could, like right now I'm still going through it like with missing my mom.
Hmm.
But
Rest in peace.
rest in peace, mama. And it's like you have to know you can try and overwork, over party, overindulge in whatever to try and get a feeling away. Sooner or later you still gotta go ahead and walk right dead center in that mirror and look at it and be like, what's up? You have to own it. Anything. Whether it's grief, you have to own it. Whether it's success, you have to own it. Failure, you have to own it. Everything in this life, you have to own it because if you don't own it and you don't know this stuff that pertains to you, how the hell you gonna be able to figure out anybody else if you can't even figure yourself right?
I love that, man. With that being said, I know that your future is bright. You have a solid foundation, and your mom she left a good person on the earth, man. Because um a lot of them come out here and they don't nurture their seed, and they don't give them the foundation and the tools and the things they need to make it in life. But
Messed up.
she did a good job. She did a good job, and I rock with you. And rest in peace, mom. And understand that he's gonna have people around him that can kind of guide him and push him the right way. So she's always gonna be down here looking down on him,
You
and then just
already
make her
know.
proud. And just
Try.
we done anniversary, literally the anniversary of her passing, and you still here, and you still getting through, and you still going, man. So shout out to you. Shout out to um all the youth in Broward, and we just want people to to get through, because that's what this platform is about.
For real. Shout out to all the souls in Brian, man.
Absolutely, man. Y'all boys
Bless
just
up to everyone.
y'all boys just cover yourself and make sure y'all good. With that, man. With that being said, man, we out. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. Hell yeah.